Welcome back to another one take, and this time we're looking at the Colombo. This, of course, is the series where I play live matches and we get what we get. A more realistic look at these ships, not me just posting some of my best games that I have. We got a very tough one to start. Colombo is a hard battleship to play. It is certainly not a top tier meta battleship. So, given that they have an FDR, and I have one of, if not the worst, AA suites out of any tier 10 battleship, we need to stick around a booster. That's really what it comes down to here, is we just have to stick next to this booster. Let me get my mini-map sorted here. But the Colombo's not a bad ship, I don't think. I think SAP really carries it. It's unfortunate, I think, that it has this SAP ammo type. I think it would be a much, much better ship if they had given it better dispersion, a little more range, a little better reload, and just given it normal shells. I think that would have been much, much better. Maybe even give it SAP secondaries like Napoli, for example. Something like that would have been interesting, or more interesting, I would say. The lack of consistency out of the dispersion especially can be tough. It can be very tough to deal with, especially given you don't have much range, you have a longer reload. But to be fair, when you do hit a SAP salvo, whoever you hit is going to be hurting. It's no questions there. It's insane what the SAP can do. Of course, we do definitely want to be running our spotter plane, trying to get ourselves some shots out here. Actually going to try and hit this Izumo. The SAP, of course, does have really good pen, 96 millimeters. Of course, that's not quite enough for some of these German battleship belts, so that's why I went for the Izumo there instead of the Pommern. When you're shooting at a German battleship, you definitely want AP. That's the way to go. Others, you can definitely get away with running SAP. Like Montana, definitely runs SAP. Yamato, pretty standard stuff on some of these battleships. Monty's looking pretty slow. Notice how high I'm aiming, by the way? We don't want to hit his belt. We want to hit just above that. We're potentially asking to eat a bunch of torpedoes here. Okay, 5,000 damage. So that is the submarine by the looks of things. And he's going to try and ping us, but he actually won't get these torps on to us, I don't believe. So he's a little bit late in that salvo, at least. The 360 turrets, of course, is something that I haven't talked on just yet, but my goodness, this is nice. We're going to take some pain here, by the way. It's just kind of how it goes. I wasn't necessarily paying the most attention here. 20k into the Monty. But it is time to retreat, certainly. We've pushed a little bit too close for comfort. I'm gonna eat 1, 2, and we're gonna use our smoke. So this is, of course, the special gimmick that the Colombo has. I ate more torps than I should have there. Actually, not sure if I can dodge these. Seems like the answer is no. Well, that sucks. We're eating all of these. Yeah, guaranteed full duration flood. So not the best played so far by me. I was too aggressive. I let the carrier and the sub both focus me at once. Definitely not what you want to do. But we do get a reprieve, right? That's what I typically use this exhaust smoke generator for. It's just a way to get a break, basically, from all the focus fire you're going to receive. Let's definitely shoot at this DD. You know, the dispersion is the dispersion, so who knows what we actually end up getting. 2. That's fine. And, you know, we've lost quite a bit of HP, but we can definitely heal it all back. It is flooding damage, fully healable. Notice I'm not actually having the full 5 heals. I only have 4. We'll talk about the commander when we get there, back to port after this game. But I'm trying to value a little bit of secondary range, which then gives me submarines right here. We should be trying to use our airstrikes on him. it gives me better reload if I take a specific skill on my commander when somebody is spotted within my secondary range. Let's ping that a little bit. Hopefully our team can spot it or something. I really don't know what the counterplay here is against a submarine. I guess we just hope that we can hit a marker on the surface of the water. I don't know, man. The design of this is questionable, I would say. Very questionable. Looks like the Pomeran's coming out. So he was here somewhere-ish. We'll use our heal. I'm actually going to swap over to our armor piercing quickly because it's Pomeran. Notice the 360 turrets here helping. The built-in expert loader helping a lot as well. I do see the sub there, by the way. And unfortunately... Okay. This is disappointing. This is very disappointing. But I guess we're charging into a submarine, which is not exactly what we want to be doing. He's going quite slow. Probably going to try and turn away. So let's go there. We don't have range for the Hindi. He's diving deeper. Okay. Okay. It's annoying. But I think our flood might get him here. Nice. Okay, so he's done. Sansonetti is a commander that we definitely want to make use of on this ship. It's so good. Extra range as soon as you get a kill. It's so valuable, man. Again, we have AP loaded here. I see the Hindenburg, but I really want to help my team deal with this Pommern. So I'm hoping that eventually we'll be able to get over this island. Looks like we can here. And try and help our team in the south as well. AP doing a decent job there. Not too bad. I'm not sure who this FDR is going after, me or the Yami. Looks like it's going to be me, so let's just pop a smoke and disappear. So he'll probably get a decent drop into us, but also it's not going to be the most aimed here. This is something else you can use the smokes for. See? Okay, Pommern says hi. Hi. Sorry, recording. I've got too much to focus on. I'm sorry. I'm trying to play well to actually show this ship. But hello, if you're watching this, Mr. Pommern. I should probably swap to the sap, but long range AP, let's see what it can do. Let's swap to the sap real quick, though. Notice we have 12 seconds left on our smoke here. We're going to use that to try and turn away. Only one hit, unfortunate. We're definitely going to try and use that to turn out here. The carrier, it's about the time that they would be back for another drop. So, oh, there was another sub here. Yikes. Well. We got 4 sap pens. Probably in here somewhere. Let's get another one. Oh, nice. He's down. Okay. Submarines dealt with. Feels good. 2 minutes till our next smoke. You know, I'm using the smokes to try and save myself some HP. That's really what I do. I use them for defense. I can use them to push as well if you're getting to a an island that can actually give you some cover. I'm waiting for a full salvo here. I'm gonna hit this Hindenburg reasonably hard, which we have the potential to do here. I'm gonna push bow into this Monty. Try and focus on the Hindenburg. Maybe the FDR if he gives broadside. Something like that would be interesting. I'm showing broadside to the Azumo. He seems to have enough to deal with, though. But that is something to be aware of. Our Citadel is kind of exposed. Not the most exposed, but it's hittable. It's definitely hittable. Hindenburg appears to be turning. Let's send our salvo in there. Again, the dispersion, it leaves a lot to be desired, I would say. But 16k when you get a good salvo in, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Seems like the enemy team is focused on taking out the Schlieffen. Now that he's down, it's certainly me as next. A minute till our smoke. That's our get out of jail free card. 360 turrets are definitely going to be useful here, because we're going to turn into these torps. And we're still going to get most of our guns online. We're going to show broadside to the Monty, but FDR torps hurt a lot. And this is basically his last drop, so I'm not too worried about it. I should probably finish him. I'll do the front two. Good. And then Hindi. We're probably going to take a hit from the Monty here. Yep. Pretty big hit. But maybe it wasn't a full Citadel. Ow. Okay. So, get out of jail free time. Alright. This is why we use and abuse our smoke screen. I used it a little too soon, actually, given our smoke detect isn't great. But we now have 44 seconds to just chill. We can wait for our damage control to come back. We can wait for our repair party to come back. All these good things. And probably more importantly, we can actually turn away. Again, 4.6 on the AA. Not great, right? Not great. Can't even hit these planes yet. We're never going to get the cap here, so yeah, 19 seconds. I do think it's possible this Monty turns broadside to us. He might forget that we're here. He might not, but it's possible he does. He just shot. All right, that means he's on the reload. We will shoot now. He's turning in. So if he turns in, I'm swapping back to my sap. Notice the new expert loader allowing us to swap ammo types basically whenever we want to. And look at that, 20 seconds, and we're going to have a heal again. That's the power of the smoke. And so it's a good battleship. It's just kind of gimmicky, if I'm honest. I should be slowing down, allowing him to get in my secondary range. Not because the secondaries are good, because they don't pen anything, but simply to give me a better reload on my main guns. Bow in, 10k. Use our last heal. Not a bad game. Considering double sub, FDR, open map, and Colombo. Colombo lacks range. It does not do good on these open maps. And we did pretty good, I would say. 136 is not like a groundbreaking game, but not bad. So, you know, it's not the worst ship in the world, but something like a Yamato would be a little easier to play on a map like this, I would say. You're not struggling to get that range. As for the commander, notice the close quarters combat. It is quite useful sometimes, but we're giving up an extra heal for it. So I'm not sure if that's exactly worth it or not. This game, we probably could have used the extra heal, given we got through all four, but there'll be games where you don't even get through them. And then you have some closer range experiences, and you want this close quarters combat. So it's up to you. I really do think Sansonetti, it's an Italian ship. Italian ship design in the game is you need Sansonetti on every single one, which is unfortunate. But grease the gears, gun feeder, very, very, very useful. I think also vigilance could be quite good as well. Brisk is kind of valuable for getting more value out of your smoke, letting you get away a little easier, but vigilance or grease the gears are the two that I really enjoy on the Colombo. And upgrades are pretty standard. You could run range if you're really struggling to get some value out of the main guns. You're over pushing, dying too early to the passive meta. You can use it, but it feels pretty bad, I'll be honest. Even with reload mod, where 32.6 second reload, not great. Not great. So that's really the problem. Colombo is a ship that was really too late, I would think. The meta that Colombo wanted was like 2016, 2017 meta, where everyone's in their turpits, pushing in, trying to get value out of their torps. That's what Colombo wants, the brawling meta. But That's not to be right now, so we can make it work still, but certainly not the best battleship on the out of all the tier 10s, really. I kind of like it still, though. There's some nice things about it, where the 360 guns in the rear are quite fun to use. I find these smoke screens really interesting in brawls, like you saw. They act as, a small reprieve as long as you're not in hydro or radar range of something, and you're not shooting, right? Notice how I played it a little bit incorrectly. I just popped my smoke a little bit too soon in that last engagement, but it worked out. Again, we got a carrier. No subs to deal with this time, which is nice. Again, we spawn kind of middle. So given it's an Immelman and not a FDR, I think we do want to be playing near an AA ship still, but we kind of have to play this C flank. If we don't, we kind of lose the game, I would say. Typically, this map is everyone splits up between A and C, and then, yeah, if you lose one side of the map too quickly, I mean, it's very much a quartered off map. Split in half by these islands, split in half by these islands. If you lose 3/4 of the map, well, we all know what happens then. So, even though I really would rather stay around a Salem, maybe even a Georgia, I guess I'll go this way. Possibly they pick the Preußen as a better target, or Kronstadt, I don't know. 360 turrets certainly help against carriers because you're really wanting to maneuver all the time to dodge, right? So torp bombers, we want to go bow in, CERN into. It at least allows us to keep our guns on target more often. So there's some small benefits here and there, but again, it's a ship that we don't want to see carriers, we don't want to see submarines. We don't really want to see a lot of DDs either. We want cruisers and battleships to be within 15 kilometers of us, and then we're happy. That's really the sweet spot here for us. Yeah, so Mogador going to the flank is good if he's spotting. If he goes in front of this island, that's really, really bad because he could just die because he doesn't have an escape route. It's much better to go behind this island. Daring pushing into a vampire. I mean, we'll get our guns ready for a salvo. No guarantees, though, considering the dispersion. So SAP actually can't full pen destroyers either, so even though you'd think it would absolutely crush them, yeah, it's only overpen damage, so you're only getting, what, 50 extra damage per shell hit? And that's assuming the SAP doesn't saturate, which is a thing when it comes to SAP. It does saturate. Okay, Yamagiri. Again, we're still waiting for the Vampire too. Looks like he is in the cap. I'm trying to just help the Daring out, basically, in this fight. The Vampire does have better DPM than a Daring, but the Daring has a heal. So in longer duration engagements, a Daring should win. In bursty engagements, I think the Vampire is going to do pretty good. Also, I slowed down a little bit. Probably not the best idea, considering the carrier's coming. Now we got to decide, is it worth it to... No, it's not worth it to smoke. He's going after the Daring, at least to start with. This momentum here is going to take him into our AA and our teammates' AA. So I'm not too worried about this drop, necessarily. Our Daring needs to not push this. He has 0 support. Okay. Is this Yamagiri going to come out? We do not know. Looks like he will. I'm going to wait for him to turn back, give me a better profile to shoot at here. $10,000, not bad. I don't know if we can actually slow down to dodge this one, but we'll see. So, if we hit pretty hard. That's, see, it might sound dumb and obvious, but it's true. It's very true. Yeah, we definitely do dodge this. So, unfortunately, the Yamagiri actually gets away unless our Mogador gets a 6 snipe. The Daring pushed the Vampire. That's crazy that he won that. We might see the Mogador through here. Not sure yet. Iowa pushing still. What else do we need to notice? We should notice that we're basically winning this flank, by the way. That's what we should notice. Okay, Mogador. He's kind of bow into us. I'm not shooting. I'm not shooting until I know which direction he's going to go. He's just laser focused on me, huh? There we go. All right, another person saying hi. Hello. I do like saying hello. I'm typically more responsive when I'm streaming, when I'm just chilling, but I'm trying to do well here. Let's see. We've won this flank. So what we should be doing is turning around, trying to support in B, because their team is going to have to push here. Notice they got a lot of ships. They got a lot of stuff here. So I'm actually going to be turning around, and I'm actually going to push through the B cap here towards where the Salem is. Again, 360 turrets are going to be quite nice. 6,000 damage, not bad for kind of a longer range salvo from this ship. It's not worth it to chase these two, right? We need to deal with the pressing threat of the enemy team, which is their push here. But I will shoot at them as we disengage. I can't believe our daring's alive. That's actually crazy. Well played to him, though. I wasn't really focusing on what exactly he was doing, but... Oh my goodness, Pricen at that range and angle? Damn. That is unlucky for that Brit DC. Holy crap, that sucks for him. And we'll even get a sap salvo in, which means he's probably going to go down. Yep. Okay, so that flank is well and truly taken care of. Poor guy. Battleship RNG at its finest. I find it very tilting at times, and well, for both sides. As a cruiser player, I find it tilting, and as a battleship player, I find it tilting. It's kind of extreme sometimes. But as we see the enemy push here, I think that Yodo's got to die. I think we're doing okay. I should have had my turrets ready for this Iowa. We should still be okay. Our Salem died mid, though, so we got to keep that in mind. We don't actually have a ton of AA support there anymore. Try a longer range salvo into the Iowa. Iowas are great targets. American battleships, Japanese battleships, anything that doesn't have a ton of upper belt armor. Yeah, 13,000. We'll take it. Price ends aren't really what we want to be shooting at. I can shoot into his superstructure. If he's broadside, the AP will do good work. Let's see. How do I want to play this? I think I want to angle my ship this so my guns are on the right, and that'll give us the best salvo here. I'm actually going to swap to the AP because it looks like this Proysan is turning into the cap. So we'll try and get a nice salvo into his broadside. Come on, rear turrets. Give me an angle. $18, not bad. I think this one, certainly you could call it a blowout, which is unfortunate. So, you know, not the best example of a game. But I think last game was really interesting. I think we did a really good job. All right, it looks like the Zorky is trying to YOLO me, if I had to guess. So I will just smoke and run away. Okay, game over. That was very fast. The first game, I think, was a great example of Colombo. This game, decent, I suppose. Talking a little more about map positioning and support, but yeah, it's World of Warships, late 2022, lots of blowouts these days. So Colombo's not bad. I don't think it's a very meta battleship. I find the smoke fun. I wish it didn't have sap, personally. Back to port, please. I wish it didn't have sap on the main guns. Give it more accuracy, better reload, more range. I would very much prefer that, having a little bit more normal experience in this battleship. It's interesting, though. I don't think it's necessarily not worth grinding at all, but it's a tough grind, and the reward at the end is not the best battleship. But that's going to be the Colombo. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I certainly enjoy playing it from time to time, but I wouldn't recommend this as your first battleship line, that's for sure. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.